Oglaigh Naisiunta, the Organisation of National Ex-Service Personnel, was formed in 1951. In the same year, a pint of Guinness cost 1 shilling. Eamon de Valera was elected Taoiseach of the 14th Dáil. Ceoltas Clóiteoir na hEireann was established in Mullingar by a group of uilleann pipers to promote the folk music and language of Ireland, and Enda Kenny was born. Further afield, NATO had accepted Greece and Turkey as members. In the Korean War, the United Nations troops recaptured Seoul during Operation Ripper, and the Japanese peace treaty was signed in San Francisco by 49 nations. 12 years earlier, however, Ireland and the world was a very different place.
Poland, September 1939. The German foe begins its ruthless march of conquest and sets the stage for World War II. Poland's 34 million inhabitants, crushed, scattered, and enslaved. Tens of thousands of square miles of territory shrink before the movement of lightning-armored columns. Poland and the world learn the meaning of a grim new word: Blitzkrieg.
In Ireland, Taoiseach Eamon de Valera confirmed Ireland's neutrality.
Until a short time ago, there was hope. But now hope is gone, and the people of Europe are plunged once more into the misery and anguish of war. Noting the march of events, your government decided its policy early last spring and announced its decision to you and to the world. We resolved that the aim of our policy would be to keep our people out of the war.
Over the next 7 years, approximately 140,000 soldiers, sailors, airmen, Gardaí and Red Cross personnel served during what was known as the emergency. And when the war finally ended in 1946, a number of organisations were formed to build on the great ties of friendship which had been created in the previous years.
I have received this afternoon a message from the Japanese government in reply to the message forwarded to that government by the Secretary of State on August 11th. I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan. In the reply, there is no qualification.
4 years later, in the summer of 1950, it was proposed that these organisations would come together under one banner. And 1 year later, in September 1951, Oglaigh Naisiunta, the Organisation of National Ex-Service Personnel, was created.